What's making me laugh is the thumbnail. If you see the thumbnail for this, it's hilarious to me. And it's just really funny because I think I even did a video on that interview that she did. You know, it was a quick interview and they asked her about coming back as Captain Marvel. She was like, hell no. You want me back? You know what I'm saying? It was just so funny because I read everything in her face was just like, I'm tired of this, you know what I mean? Like, people have been attacking me ever since I played the character. But I think it was, that thing she said on stage at that event with the, I forgot what she said, something about, didn't she say something about, like, middle-aged white men, like, making, decisions on what she should watch? I can't remember what it was, but I know, like, a particular section of the internet was losing it after she said that, and it was one of those things where I heard it and I was just like, all right, she's in for it, whatever. Yeah, you know me, I have my grievances about stuff, but I just keep it moving. You know, I'm not going to. It's not my style to harass someone or bother an actor or whatever about something. It's just not me. So I was just like, all right, well, she's gonna have to deal with that. And then people were picking apart certain interviews she did with the cast, like with Chris Hemsworth. So I was just like, oh God, she is getting it. And of course, what they did with the movie, and then the character in Endgame, and then in what else? Was there anything else she was in? She was at the end of Ms. Marvel. I don't know, but I just know people were not happy. So, let's check this out because the Marvels has been delayed again. I didn't know this. I don't think I knew. Yeah, but if their this is probably a course correction. If Disney and Marvel are smart, if you're hearing it was delayed, it's probably a course correction. Probably gonna have to do a ton of reshoots, take all the woke stuff out, all the political stuff out, and put in some good shit. It's like the fans have always told me, after I saw the movie and I didn't like it, people were like, of course a section of the internet was, they were mad, but a lot of you were writing me, it was like, yo, you understand, like, she's a really cool character in the comics, it's just, what they did with her, that's not her. And then a lot of people was like, yo, they should have just, but they was on this whole trip of, doing things, the way they were doing them, that people were just like, now listen, they should have started way back. They should have started with Marvel and told his story and then how she came about and everything, but they didn't want to do it like that. So, yeah. Wait, let me screen record on this because I may need to pause and talk in between this with the drinker. Get over there and subscribe to him. Tell him Tyrone Magnus sent you. Now, are you ready to laugh? I am too. Let's get it. Record.
Captain Marvel. Now there's a name we haven't heard in a long time. About 4 years as it happens. And aside from a couple of glorious cameos lasting for literally seconds, this charming and plucky hero has sadly been absent from our movie screens for years now. And I've got to be honest, I found this both confusing and disappointing, considering she was supposed to be the new face of the MCU. Which is kind of ironic, really, because when I think of Marvel content now, this is actually the kind of face I end up making. Anyway, considering how popular and likeable Captain Marvel was after her first movie, so much so that the Russo brothers actually had to limit...
Yo, you know there's people that don't believe me that people were walking out of my theater? Just like there were people that didn't believe me that I was sitting in an empty theater. I was sitting in an empty theater when I went to see it. And Nerdrotic posted the other day, I saw on Twitter, he was sitting in an empty theater for Ant-Man 3. It does happen. Just because it was full or packed in your part of the country doesn't mean that we weren't telling the truth. I can't remember if mine was completely empty or if I had like one or two people in there. It was something like that. I could have swore I posted a picture way back. I can't remember. But yeah, so.
Her screen time in Avengers Endgame so that she didn't make everyone else look bad, the talk naturally turned to a sequel. When exactly would we get to experience this awesome woman once again? What crazy adventures would she be involved in this time? And would Brie Larson find a way to expand her already massive acting range? Then, at last, it came. The announcement that...
You know what? I think Brie's a good actress, though. I know. I just... You know, just like anyone else in the public eye, I think she said some stuff, and that she was part of a machine that was moving in a particular direction the fans didn't want. So I think that doubled up on her. You know what I mean? Man.
Captain Marvel 2, now officially titled The Marvels, was coming out in February 2022. It was going to be a team-up movie for the ages, bringing together Captain Marvel...
He's killing me! He's killing me! I ain't saying this shit!
Ms. Marvel and Monica Rambeau. And so the world rejoiced. I mean, really, who wouldn't be excited to see a movie centered around a trio of comic book characters that were so popular their runs had to be cancelled multiple times due to, too much demand? Starring the most likeable and charming actress in Hollywood, a mostly irrelevant side character from WandaVision, and the main actress from the least viewed streaming show in MCU history. Written by the creative geniuses behind Loki and She-Hulk, and directed by a 33-year-old director with a grand total of 2 feature films to her name. I mean, just look at how pumped Brie Larson was to be playing Captain Marvel again.
I don't know, does anyone want me to do it again?
What? Don't be so modest.
I don't know, I really
I love how big her eyes
Truly,
got.
that's the face of someone who knows exactly how much people like her. You know, it's a sign of her popularity within the industry that in the 4 years since the first Captain Marvel, she's had major roles in no fewer than 1 movies. And all of this while running a thriving YouTube channel. Truly, I just don't know how she finds the time.
Is that like a personal attack or something?
Anyway, we were all thrilled to see what this amalgamation of creative powerhouses could possibly accomplish. And so, we settled back and waited for the first trailer to come out. And waited. And waited some more. The months ticked by and very little word came out on the Marvels. And so the worry began to set in. Perhaps all was not well in the world of Captain Marvel 2. And then came the crushing news we'd all been dreading. The movie had been pushed back to July 2023 and Ant-Man 3 had been bumped up to replace it.
So okay, so it's supposed to be out now.
Okay, I guess we could handle a few more months of waiting, right? And surely that trailer had to be just around the corner. Wrong. Just when excitement and anticipation was reaching fever pitch, even worse news finally hit. The Marvels had been pushed back once again, this time to November. That's 9 months later than originally scheduled. Now, I know what you're thinking, dear viewer. Clearly, this decision was based entirely on broad studio marketing restructuring and had nothing whatsoever to do with the quality of the film. It's definitely not because they produced a steaming turd bigger than King Kong's first dump of the day, which was so bad even the studio who gave us She-Hulk and Love and Thunder couldn't possibly release it. And so the only choice was to delay yet again for even more expensive and time-consuming reshoots in a desperate attempt to polish a turd. Nope, no chance at all. But hey, at least they give us this thought-provoking poster to whet our appetites.
Yeah, fuck the other day.
Kevin Feige sounds absolutely thrilled about this movie. I mean, according to him, it's going to be almost as special as the first time the Avengers teamed up way back in 2012. If not more so. Yeah, definitely more so. Let's go with that. And quite frankly, I believe him, because he's never steered us wrong before. Maybe it's even going to bring a tear to the eyes of Kevin Smith. I don't know about you, but for me, November just can't come fast enough. I really can't wait to consume this next Marvel product, because I've got a feeling it's going to be something very special indeed. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now.
I think that what's going to happen is that this is going to be something similar to Ant-Man 3. I think that it is going to be a miss. And I think that is one of those things that, like, with the Ant-Man reshoots, if they were trying to make it better, then I'm wondering what it was before I saw it. If they were trying to do something else, I have no idea what the hell they were doing. But it's one of those things where, yeah, they're on course right now, and it's probably all shot and ready to go, and they need to reshoot a bunch of stuff to unwoke it. That's what I think they need to do. I think that's what's going on. But we'll see. We'll see when it comes out. We will definitely see when it comes out, and I will be there with bells on to tell you guys the truth and what I really think when I see it. You know, it is what it is. God, I'm just thinking about these past couple of years or so. It's just, oh God, and the way stuff has been going. I heard like Echo was either canceled and pushed back, and Agatha Harkness was either canceled or pushed back, and I'm just like, God, they had a bunch of trash that nobody wanted to see lined up. Like, I bet you. And I had no interest in seeing Echo at all. Agatha, though, I was pumped to see. But it's all in how you tell the story, you know. People don't have a problem. People don't fundamentally have a problem with these characters. It's how these stories are being told and what they're doing and pushing down your throat when you just want to escape. And I've said it before, and I noticed ever since I've been pushing it, that a few other YouTubers are saying like, yeah, it's escapism. People do not like their escapism messed with. I told y'all before, people want to escape from the crazy world, the crazy reality that people are dealing with. They don't want to push all the garbage that they're dealing with in life into their movies. People hate bad news. And they hate dealing with all the crazy politics that they're dealing with right now. They don't like it. They can't stand it. They just want to see something that is fantasy. You know what I mean? Yeah, certain things are rooted in reality. I get that. There's all different types of shows and movies out there. But majority of the time, people want something to where they can just escape to. They don't want to see something that they just saw on the news this morning. You know what I mean? Or what they're fighting for at their jobs or in their family with. Let me relax. Let me see some space ninjas and samurais fight with their lightsabers and use powers and stuff. Not going to see that here. Reflecting the world we live in today. Anyway, post comments down below. Let me know what you all think. Are you pumped for the Marvels? Are you not pumped for the Marvels? Are you indifferent for the Marvels? Are you not watching anything Marvel anymore? What is it with you? I'm extremely indifferent. I'm right there, like, I do what I do. I review movies, I react to stuff, I unbox stuff, I do games. And I just talk, I do stuff on this channel. It's part of what I do, so I'll be there to review it for you. It is what it is. But most importantly, I'm a fan, and I just want great entertainment. That's it. And I just... I'm not going to cry. Promised myself I wasn't going to cry. 10 million subscribers. Woo.